After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Sticking with Walker on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. That now brings up a very interesting identical situation on third down.
Yeah, people couldn't see us on camera, but I love how you motioned to me like, throw the ball. This is a great shot to take it. Second and short. Maybe take a big shot downfield. Instead, they ran it. Didn't work out for them very well. They should have listened to you, partner.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Walker now on first and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
11 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's got room. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Walker. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 29, Lance. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ready. Check white. Ready.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on second down, Lance. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing on first down is Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Shot 17.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Off of play action, here's Lance. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Ready, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Let's go now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Come on, come on. Hey.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. This complete to Lockett. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go. 6, 7.
Now Lance again. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the... end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear? Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. The Lance going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Smith. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Running left is Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing now is Geno. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to save with his man there.
Off of play action, here's Smith. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And Lance now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Completes it to Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Now Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
On the double.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On red. Hey, check nigga. Heel, black.
Lance looks to throw again. He's got Ayuk once again. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Here we go.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Black ultra. Let's go.
Throwing now is Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are on their way to a 2-0 start. Now Gold for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Geno. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's Walker. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Now Gino on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Here we go.
They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure.